going to be doing a 60-minute yoga beginner-friendly session. As always, it's your choice. So if you find yourself in pain, please back off, because we don't want you to get injured. If you're stretching and in discomfort because you haven't stretched in a certain way or reached in a certain way, that's okay, but pain is no good. Now, as I mentioned before, it's your practice and your choice, so anything that I guide you on is merely a suggestion. You can choose to do it, and also having that empowerment to be able to back off when you feel that need to is so important. Okay, so it's your choice and your practice. There's a couple of places that you could go to when you rest, and then so if you need to stop, you can stop and then join us on the next set of postures. All right, so let's start now by closing down your eyes and arriving on our mat. For the next 60 minutes, this is your practice, and if you find yourself checklisting, just acknowledge that and then let it go. Perhaps if your eyes are closed, you might want to take your gaze internally to the tip of your nose. We're not shaping our breath at the moment, we're just merely noticing what our body might need. Perhaps you might notice your breath and the quality of that breath. And as we do this, and find that quality of the breath, perhaps you might want to then now take a long, slow inhale through the nose, nice and slow, nothing forced, and then exhaling through the mouth, allowing your shoulders and your jaw and your lower back and your sit bones to get heavy. Just continue this type of breathing now, long and slow, while I invite the theme for today, which is renewal, inviting the new. Every mission, every deployment, every chapter of life starts the same way, with a reset. You strip away what was before and step into something new and adapt. So today is about renewal, not just physically, but mentally. We often carry old patterns, old habits, and even old injuries longer than we need to. But renewal doesn't mean erasing the past. It means using it to evolve. On the mat, that means moving with fresh intention and finding space where there was once resistance, and embracing every inhale as an opportunity to reset. The breath is your first tool for renewal, so let's use it and move forward with clarity. As we pay attention to our breath, you might notice that there's a triangle shape, and this is what we call the reflexive breath, our natural breath. If we think about the shape of a triangle, we inhale on the way in, exhaling through the mouth, and there's a slight pause in our breath. We're just going to stay here for a moment with our natural breath. This is also known as home base. Fantastic. All right, from here now, let's do one collective variable breath in, inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth, allowing your shoulders to get heavy and your sit bones to get heavy. One more, inhaling. And then exhaling, slumping and allowing our body to relax. Slowly cracking open the eyes. All right, beautiful, grabbing your...
I just got shat on.
Oh, oops. Watching out for honky nuts. Old with the out and in with the new. All right, if there's a bird or something, right? We're always having fun here. All right, so what we're doing now is let's just get our hands and locate with our thumbs our jaw joint. All right, maybe you might want to open and close your mouth a little bit and then locate that joint. And with that, let's just get the tips of our fingers and massage around the joint. You can close down your eyes as you find that zen there. Relocate, don't forget to get your props there. All right, amazing. So maybe you might want to now place your fingers there and some pressure and then open and close our mouth. Maybe to the side. I'm going to turn my back to you. From here we could just loosen the hands for a moment and grab the back of our head, actually on the top, and then place our fingers and locate the bottom of where our neck meets our head. And there's a bone that runs along the skull. Perhaps you might want to get your thumbs and massage along that bone, perhaps just on the base of the ear as well. You could use the tips of your fingers to get into your head there. Don't forget to breathe. I'm turning back around. Beautiful. All right, you can check your phone later on. We've got 60 minutes to do that with your practice. Okay, okay. All right. No worries. Okay, so from here, let's just shake our hands off. Looking down, we're going to call this our active and our passive breathing. We were talking about that, letting go. So how this is going to work is that there's a passive component of the breathing and then there's an active component of the breathing on. And if we're going to think about a square, there's when we let go, that's the breath naturally coming in, and the active part is, and then we're going to pause and then just let your mouth open, and then there's a push where we squeeze our belly at the bottom of the exhale, looking down, pause. Now let your belly go, that's the natural inhale. And then from here is breathing in to the top of the square, holding our breath, opening our mouth, letting go and slumping, and then squeezing at the bottom, getting all the air out from the base of our lower belly. Letting go now of the belly, then inhaling to the top of the square, letting go, and then actively with a push. A gentle push, squeezing your belly in as we hold our breath, letting go of the stomach, and then breathing in, holding onto that breath, and then opening the mouth and exhaling, and then an active push at the bottom to squeeze it out. It's a gentle push at the bottom, holding our breath. Now let's try that for 3 cycles on our own. Passive, then active, exhaling, and then squeezing. You could close down your eyes for this and feel for the breath. Or take a soft gaze. You can take that stare out of the eyes there. That soft gaze is good if you're uncomfortable with closing down the eyes. Beautiful, amazing. All right, so let's now meet with our hands open. We're going to start stretching our lungs like a balloon, adding to this. So that's another type of breathing, box breathing, active and passive. Inhaling now. Exhaling, looking down. Inhaling. Looking up to the sky. Exhaling, loosening off the shoulders. One more time, inhaling. And then exhaling. I'm going to introduce now what we call ocean breath. I'll guide you through it. So inhale through the nose and then exhale through your mouth, but open it up like you're fogging a mirror. Do this one more time, inhaling. As you exhale, open your mouth like you're fogging a mirror. This one's different, inhaling. Now place the tongue on the roof of your mouth and keep your mouth open as we exhale. Or behind your front teeth. One more time, inhaling. Still trying to fog the mirror. Loosen the shoulders. This one's different as we inhale. Now do the same thing but mouth closed. And perhaps you might get that slight constriction in the neck where you get that ocean sound. Try that 2 more times. The sound we're kind of looking for is like holding up a seashell to your ear. You get that ocean breath or ocean sound as we exhale. So we're closing our mouth on the exhale. One more time. Beautiful. All right, this one's a bit different now. So we're going to try and engage this ujayi breath, but it's all right, we just learned it. So if we just open our mouth on the exhale, that's cool. All right, so inhaling, we're rotating to your left, my right. So let's rotate like we're gonna look that way and then place the hand over, across our knee, and then our bottom hand or back hand is in support. We don't need to lean, we're just looking over our shoulder like we're changing lanes in the car. Right, so inhaling, exhaling, looking over the shoulder. One more, inhale, exhaling. Amazing, inhaling to come out of it. Arms come up, and then exhaling as we now rotate the other way around. Arm comes across to the knee, and then looking over the shoulder like we're changing lanes. Inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling, looking one more time. Amazing work. Coming out of this now, inhaling. One more time each side, exhaling. 2 full breaths in your own time, inhaling. Perhaps you might want to engage that passive exhale and then squeeze at the bottom. So it's 2 stages, you feel it. So inhaling to come out of it now. And then turning to the other side as we exhale for 2 full breaths. Inhaling to come out of it. Exhaling now to come down. Side body stretch. Inhaling. Leaning now, placing the hand down, your left hand, and then reaching over. Reaching for the sky. Let's look down at our hand, inhaling. Exhaling to look at the hand. And reaching up. Inhaling down. Exhaling, reaching up. Looking to the sky. Inhaling, lifting our hand up. Right hand comes down and then reaching across. Perhaps you might want to spike that opposite sit bone as we inhale. We're going to exhale now. Inhale, looking down. Exhaling, looking up. Feeling the rotation of our body. Inhaling, exhaling. Excellent work. Inhale to come up and loosen the hands. All right, so we're going to be coming onto our tabletop in a moment. So let's just warm up our wrists because we'll be on our wrists and putting some weight on there. So let's rotate our wrists one way. Beautiful. Don't forget to breathe. Exhaling, yes. Excellent. So only go as hard as what you feel is that. We'll just shake off now. Shake that off. All right, hands up. Now we're just blinking now. We're doing flicky, flicky. A little bit faster than that. Not open, shut them. We're not playing that game. We're flicking. We're flicking fingers. We listen but don't judge. All right, that's our daughter's famous words. All right, so let's go a little bit faster with the flicky, flicky. Beautiful. Warming up our forearms. 10, 9, 8, 7. Flicking our fingers like we're flicking water off. All right, 6. Now that's wrists. Warming up our wrists. All right, beautiful. Let's shake that out for a moment. Let's wake up our hands, our arms with some somatic tapping with the base of our wrists, with the tips of our fingers on the side of our neck. Beautiful. Tapping and waking up the body, working out some of that lactic acid that we just built up in our arms. All right, from here, hands out. All right, we're going to inhale and we're going to do a popeye. Inhale and popeye. And then yeah, that's it. Bending the wrists over like this, inhaling, squeezing our shoulders in, and then exhaling as we pull our hands apart, but keeping our shoulders in the same spot. And then shake it off. Let's do this 3 more times, or 2 more times, sorry. Inhale and then exhale. Boom! All right, there we go. There's the popeye. Inhale, exhaling. Perhaps you might want to engage that ujayi breath on the exhale. Beautiful, 1 more time. I feel that on the shoulder blades as well as we warm up our shoulders. Inhale and then exhaling. Boom! All right, inhaled again. Exhaling, pulling the hands apart, squeezing the shoulder blades together. Amazing work. All right, so let's start off now by making our way. Lucky we've got the grass. Making our way to our tabletop. Let's build on this step. Is coming down, looking in front of us, wiping any honky nuts away. Getting our hands. Now what we want to do is have our fingers slightly apart. We're looking now to place our weight on the palm of our hands, and then with our fingers, if we can do this, is imagine that you're gripping the mat. All right? Excellent. So instead of having them fully flat, we're using those fingertips to come in. Now let's just walk our shoulders over our hands, and you'll feel when your shoulders are over your hands. Shoulder width apart, beautiful. Now let's look at our knees. Our knees are going to be behind our hands, the same width, directly underneath our hips. Beautiful. You might be able to feel this now if we get the tops of our feet like we're swimming, right? Bobble swimming. Bobble swimming. Hey, Abby? Oh, thanks for wiping that up. All right, so let's maybe do a bit of a toes stretch as well. So getting your toes underneath. What we're going to do now is just rock backwards and forwards, feeling that weight, that shift in our weight on our wrists. So as we shift the weight over our wrists, is maybe gripping with our fingers and then coming back, pushing the ground away, and then stretching our toes. Inhaling, coming forward, and then exhaling. Stretching our toes, pushing the ground away, inhaling, coming forward, exhaling, pushing the ground away, and then stretching our toes, coming back to neutral. All right, let's do the Beyonce asana. All right, that's not actually a real asana. It's the wagging of the tail. All right, we're down the park here. We've seen the dogs walking past on the grass. All right, they're all happy. We're wagging the tail. Right, maybe looking from left to right. Perhaps you might want to bend your... That's it, Claire. Excellent work there. All right, move that booty, shake your ass. Right. No one's targeting anyone there. No one. All right. Oh, it is happy International Women's Day, Claire. I appreciate you and all the women here. All right, okay, everyone. So from here, what we'll be doing is doing a little bit of a balance. Let's start off now with our inhaling. Left hand comes out. All right, so we're leaning over our hand, placing the weight there, and then kicking our right foot back with our toes pointed towards us. Trying to keep that weight in, and then down. Let's try this on the other side. Inhaling. All right, pushing the heel out, pulling the toes towards us. Yes, excellent. Inhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. One more on this side, on the right hand out. Exhaling. All right, let's build on this now. We're going to inhale, pushing the leg out. We're not going to be going terra firma with the knee. We're crunching and meeting the knee to the shoulder. Inhale, and then exhaling. Make a fist with your hand. One more. Reaching out, fingers out, toes out, and then inhaling. One more time, inhaling. Exhaling. Hand comes down, foot staying up. All right, let's maybe, we're pumping 2, 3, like a dog, right? Finding a tree, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then coming down now with that knee. Let's shake the hands out. Yeah, come and join us here, Javi, or there, wherever you want to feel comfortable. Yeah, that's a perfect spot. All right, let's come down now to our tabletop. You know where we're going with the other hand. It's going to be the right hand that comes out, left foot that comes back. We're reaching out, looking at our fingers, locating it, and then exhaling, hand comes down, foot comes down. One more time. Exhaling. We're going to add to it now by the crunch, inhaling, exhaling, crunch, tucking the head at the end, inhaling, opening up, exhaling, crunch, one more time, and then exhaling, hand comes down, leaving the foot up. Let's do our little fire hydrants by opening up our hip, 2, 3, 4, we'll go to 10, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Feeling for the opening. Coming back now, tuck the toes. Yes, beautiful work. From here, we're building up, coming to almost coming to stand. So on our knees, chest is up, inhaling up. And then we're rotating around and to the right. In a T, hands are going to come in a T. Sorry, my incorrect demonstration from me. All right, from up, and then we're going to release and then look to our left and come out, open our arms in a T. Right, inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling, changing lanes in the car, inhaling, exhaling, looking over, rotating our body. Lindsay, yes, excellent. One more time. Exhaling, inhaling now, and then opening up to our cactus as we then push our hips forwards, and perhaps we might want to tilt our hips as we open up. Inhaling, exhaling, one more time, exhaling, inhale. Maybe we look for our right foot and tap that down with our hand. Inhaling to meet, left foot. We're warming up our lower back here for some other back bends. Looking to the right, inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. Inhaling and then exhaling. Beautiful work. This is sort of like a half camel. And then hands come down. Shake out your shoulders. Let's come back to our hands and knees. All right, from here, let's do our little, this is called thread the needle. So your left hand's the one that's going to rise up, like the wings of a bird. We're going to inhale, hand's going to come up, looking at the fingertips, and then exhaling, our hand's going to come through underneath our other hand. Yes, you could put your wrist and reach, and then look over, right? This could be like this. You could go shoulders if you've got more flexibility, if you want to challenge yourself. Inhale, exhale. That's right. You don't need to go all the way down. It's okay. That's, perfect. Inhaling, arm comes up, and then exhaling, hand comes down. I just wanted to show you something quickly as well. There's a couple of different options, so then you see what I'm talking about. Because we're just rotating our spine, it doesn't need to go all the way, and we're warming up. So the first one here is, I'll do it the same way again. We're looking up, and then we're coming through, threading the needle. Hand can be placed here, right? Because this is our support. Then we can just look over our shoulder if that's there for you today. If that's there for you today, that's all right. If that's there for you today, that's okay. Whatever you're comfortable with. The hand is always here in support, so you're feeling your shoulders outstretch and come back. So this is absolutely fine as long as we're looking over the shoulder, because we're warming up the back of the spine. So this one here is the right hand that's lifting up. Let's go, let's get our positions. Toes are tucked, we're stretching out those toes, giving them some TLC, or you could choose to untuck them. That's cool too. Inhaling, looking up to the right, and then threading the needle as we exhale. You might get a crack. I just got a crack. For 2 breaths, inhaling, exhaling. Inhaling, exhaling, your gaze is to the side. Inhaling, coming out of that, and then exhaling down. So yeah, we're looking directly to the side, our hands going, right? So inhaling, left hand up, exhaling, hand comes through. You could plant the palm, go down as much as you need. Perhaps your head might come or shoulder might come to the ground. That's cool. Inhale. Yeah, that's right there, darling. Yes, excellent work. One more breath. Exhaling. Inhale to come out of it. Stretching the wing like a bird and then coming down. Right hand now. Inhaling. Exhaling now through, threading the needle, taking our gaze over to our left for 2 full breaths. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale to come out of it. Hand comes up and then placing it down again to our tabletop. From here, we're coming up now to our first downward dog of the practice. So what we do is then inhale to bring our weight over our hands, and then inhale, and then exhale, lifting the feet up, and then exhaling, coming down. We're coming all the way up now this time. Inhaling, pushing the ground away, lifting our knees, push the ground away, back, your tailbone back, and then up, as we then take our gaze, or take your gaze to your ankles. Right, you can bend your knees as much as you need. From here, we're pushing the ground away, and then you might want to pedal your feet. What that means is you can bend one leg and the other slowly. Perhaps you're trying to touch your heel to the ground, but we're pushing the ground away. Well, I'm just coming out of that so I can see your form. Excellent work. Looking at, yes, by pushing the ground away, looking at your feet. Let's come to some stillness now. Beautiful. And then exhaling as we come down to our knees. Beautiful. Coming up, shaking our hands off. All right, downward dog. Let's come now to downward dog again. Hands. Inhale to set. And then exhaling as we push our knees up. Butt goes back, gaze goes to the foot, pushing the ground away using our spider fingers, right? Like the ones what we were gripping on the mat before. Think belly to thighs. If you don't need to stretch all your legs out, bending your knees is actually much better than having them straight because we're looking for a lengthy back. Inhaling as you bend your knees a little bit more, and then we're taking lots of little steps towards our hands, or we can move our hands towards our feet. Now let's, no, not coming up. Listen for the instruction. All right, so looking down now, looking at our heels. Allow your top body to get heavy. Perhaps you might want to do some yes and no's. Yes and no's. Right, so we're loosening off our neck to our head. From here, we're setting to grow and stand up, inhaling. Coming out of this, we could probably run our hands along our legs. As we stack one vertebrae at a time on our spine, roll the shoulders back, hands come out. And then inhaling to the sky, bringing our thumbs together and then down. Excellent work. From here, we are now standing. So coming to our mountain pose, we can come forward on the mat a little bit more, looking at our feet. Excellent work. Let's lift our toes up. We've been stretching them a fair bit. Perhaps we might want to rock backwards and forwards, feeling our weight, feeling out where our hips are, hands, shoulders loose. From here, let's now come to some stillness. Lift your toes up and then let them down. Perhaps you might get a sense now as we bend our knees slightly of our thighs lifting up. We're imagining our tailbones tucked slightly, hands are out. You could close down your eyes if you want. You could just dip your chin slightly. And then from here, inhaling, looking our gaze up to the sky and then down. As we bend and hinge from our hips, you could bend your knees again. Last thing to go is your head. Give it a little bit of a shake. Next thing's a little bit different is hands coming as we inhale. Hands are coming along our shins. We could rest it, and looking straight down, we straighten our legs. Bookshelf. Think your back as a bookshelf. Yes, excellent work. That's amazing there, Lindsay. Excellent. Inhale, and then exhaling. We're going to do this 2 more times. Loosen your head, inhale, stretch your legs. Arms come like a support for a bookshelf. Head's looking, gaze straight down. Exhaling. 1 more time, inhale. Stretch it, feeling a stretch in the back of the legs. And then our lower back there as well, as we have that solid, nice frame. And then exhaling as we then bend our knees. Rising up to stand, inhaling. Bless you. Rolling the shoulders back, hands, and looking to the sky and down. All right, so this time let's come to the front of the mat. You're ready at the front. Our right foot's going to be the one that comes back. So from here, I'll demonstrate quickly. We're just taking our foot back as far as we need, and it's going to be at 45 degrees. So enough so then that way our front body is looking back. All right, so that's going to be the move, and I'll have a look at your form. Inhaling to set, and then exhaling, foot comes back 45 degrees. Yes, so we're feeling that sensation of our hips are being facing as forward as they can, but without too much effort, our shoulders are square. Beautiful. All right, so let's look at our front leg, our knees over their toes, and we're pushing equally. This is the warrior 1 stance. All right, so what we're looking for is pushing equally against each foot, and you might feel a sense and sensation of your hips opening up a little bit as we have a solid ground. From here, our hands come up, inhaling, and we're coming to our exhale, looking our gaze up to our cactus. Inhaling, exhaling. Now try this 2 more times in your own time with your active and your passive. And then down, and then at the last bit, squeeze. Yes. Excellent work, everyone. Cool. All right, from here, inhaling, reach forward now, like we're holding a beach ball up, pushing against our feet, and then inhale to set. We're going to now lean our feet on our left foot, slide it up a little bit, and then pick up our knee and pull our toes up towards us for 3, 2, 1, exhaling down. Adding a little bit of a balance in there at the same time. Great work, everyone. All right, so let's set again. Left foot now is the one that comes back. Inhaling to set. Hands, shoulders back. Exhaling as we step our foot back only as far as we need to feel that sensation that our hips are square, but we've got a solid footing on the ground. Right, 45 degrees, so just turn your foot up, yes. And then we're not walking on a tightrope, so if you look down, we want to be on either side of the line. Excellent work, everyone. Looking that bent knee. All right, excellent. So our hands in a natural, you guys are already set. Awesome. All right, so from here, inhaling, looking to the sky, and then exhaling as we look and take our gaze up, and then open up to our cactus, releasing and letting go. Inhaling, taking what we don't need today, and then exhaling, renewing and letting go. 1 more time, or 2 more times in your own time. Inhaling, and then release. Excellent work, everyone. 1 last time. Yes. And then exhaling to release. From here, inhaling, reaching forward, pushing back on that back foot, but we're reaching our hands to hold something like a beach ball. Inhaling to set. And we're bringing our weight forward slowly onto our right foot and then picking it up. Excellent work for 3, 2, bobbles are good, 1, and then down. Excellent work. We're going to be adding to that a little bit more now as we come to our stand. Left foot, is it? No, right foot's the one that goes back. Is that for me? No. Which one did we just do? I've just had a mental blank. It was the left, I said the right. Sorry guys. Thanks for helping me, all right? This is a team sport. All right, from here, our hands. Let's now energize, inhaling. Exhaling as we push the ground away and reach for the ground. Inhale to set. Right foot's the one that's going to move back. Hands are open. And we're looking at our feet. All right, so we're always setting the base here. We don't need to rush through this. You might feel like our legs are all sticking to the ground, pushing that ground away. Warrior 1 pose. We might want to then turn our body to the front, inhaling to set. Hands come up, sorry, my bad. And then exhaling as we Yes. One more time. Exhaling. From here, we're going to inhale, hands up. Imagine your right foot now is going to now rotate, and we're placing it to the short, it's going to face the short edge of the mat, and we're moving our foot to be in line with the front foot. Hands come down, sorry, my bad. Into our warrior two stance. So let's have a look at this now. Warrior two stance. Okay, excellent. The line will help you. It'll be your guide. You could go and stand on the line. Excellent. Right, so front foot is bent. Back foot is facing the long edge of the mat. And we're getting that sense our hip is opening up. So look at your knee. It should be tracking over your toes. Excellent work. So we don't want that knee to be coming in a little bit. And then with our hands, let's look and face the long edge of the mat. All right, from here, inhaling, hands come up like a T. Yes, you do excellent work. Palms down, and then exhaling now, looking over our hand, warrior two. Inhaling, exhaling, inhale, back it off a little bit, and then exhale as we reach, and then bend our knee. One more time, inhaling, exhaling, inhale to set, and stepping forward to the mat, and then down. Okay, so that's where we're going to the other side now. Setting our feet again. Beautiful work. Inhaling to set. We're charging it. One more time to set. And then left foot's the one that's going to come back in our warrior one. So 45 degrees. All right, a warrior one, so it's still a little bit hip width apart. 45 degrees on the back. Yeah, so we're not walking on that tight rope. One foot's either side of the line. Excellent work. Other way. There we go, yes. Yeah, and then next your back foot's facing this way. Yes, yes. So your hip feels, so you know, yes, so your hip feels like your body's facing forward. So let's face our, yes, excellent work. All right, inhaling. Exhaling now, coming to our cactus. Inhaling, looking forward, and then exhaling, looking up. Inhaling with our hands. We're moving our left or back foot now in line with each other. Let's just bring down our hands. We're coming into our warrior two stance. Let's have a look at the line. So use the line as the marker. Standing your foot over the line. Yes, our heels are in line. Bending our front foot. Knees coming over our toes. We get that sense that our hips are opening up and we're pushing on the back blade of our foot. Right? Maybe it might help to squeeze your butt a little bit. And then we're feeling that we're looking at the long edge of the mat. Sorry, I've got my back to you. Let me go this way. Like this. All right. From here, that is our stance. Inhaling, hands come up. And then exhaling, hand comes and gaze looks over our shoulder. Yes, that's the way, Lindsay. Yes, excellent work. For 2 full breaths. Inhaling, exhaling, leaning and pushing against our feet. Inhaling, back it off. And then exhaling, pushing and pulling and letting go of what we don't need. Inhale to set. Left foot's going to come up to our mountain pose, to the front of the mat. And then exhaling. Excellent. All right, let's do this one more time. We're going to add to our warrior two. We'll be moving straight into warrior two this time. I'll guide you through it. Hands, right foot's going to move back. Setting in our mountain pose, inhale. Exhaling, we're stepping our right foot back. Yes, excellent work, everyone. Yes, from there, right foot's back. All right, facing forward, and then our back foot is facing the side of the mat. Yes, excellent work. Your chest is now facing me. Excellent. From here, inhaling, hands come up, and then exhaling, gaze comes over your hands, looking to the front. Excellent. For 2 full breaths, inhale, exhale. One more, inhale, exhale. This one's different now. We're going to inhale and reach forward, like we're reaching for something on the sink. Flip our hand, and then we're scooping it up towards the sky. Our back hand can rest on our back leg. Bending our front foot, looking to the sky, feeling a stretch in the side body. Inhaling, exhaling, releasing something we don't need today. Inhaling, exhaling. And then now as we inhale, Let's now lean and bring our weight forward. Our forearm is going to now rest on our thigh. Yes, from here, we're going to face our chest towards the long edge of the mat and then bring our hand up, our back hand up. Yes, beautiful. Inhaling and then exhaling. Perhaps you might want to bring your hand overhead. That's okay as well. Straight up or overhead. Extended side angle. Inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling. Inhale to now reach your hand up, your back hand as we come up to stand again, and then reach our front hand out and warrior two. Inhale, and then coming to stand at the front of the mat. Beautiful. All right, adding a few different moves in here today, everyone. Let me get this. Okay, let's build on this on the other side. So we're adding reverse warrior and also extended side angle. So we'll all meet in mountain pose. Excellent. All right, hands. Inhale to set. Exhale, just let it go. Inhale to set to move. And then left foot's going to come back behind our front foot bends. We could do this slowly. Yes, beautiful. Now let's look at our knee. Our front knee is looking at over our toes, and we're getting a sense of our hips are opening up. If your length is too long, just shorten it up a bit to make it a little bit easier. From here, now let's turn our body towards the long edge of the mat. Beautiful work. Inhale, hands, and then exhale, looking over the front and pushing the ground away, reaching for the front and back of the room. Inhaling, back it off. Exhaling. Yes, feeling a few bits and a few drops of rain. Inhaling, exhaling. One more time, inhale. Excellent work. Exhaling. Inhale now, reach forward, flip your hand and then scoop it back. Back hand can rest on your back leg and we're reaching for the sky, changing the light bulb in the roof. Right, make sure you keep your front leg bent for 2 breaths here. Exhaling. Inhale, exhale. This one's different. Inhale to set. We're going to now start bending our body so our forearm comes down to our leg. And inhale, we can bring our hand up and look at the sky or reach it overhead, whichever one works for you today. All right, you can choose to look to the side or look up at your hand, whatever you're comfortable with, for 2 full breaths. Inhaling, exhaling. Excellent work, everyone. Inhale, exhaling. From here now, inhaling to come up, hands come out in a T again, and exhaling, taking our gaze to the front, and then pushing the feet and ground away with both hands. Inhaling to then bring our left foot up to meet the right foot and shake it out. Beautiful. All right, we're going to come to a balancing pose. This one might challenge a little bit, so we've got a couple of options. From here, we can choose a couple. I'll show you as we're coming up to our stork, and you could do our baby tree. You could put your leg up or you could have it all the way up. Okay, so whatever works best for you today is we're lifting our foot, rotating the hip around and then placing it down. So we could do this in stages. Yes, excellent work there, Claire. So from here, looking at our feet, coming to what we call stork first. Inhale to set, and then exhaling as we lifting the foot, pull the toes back, your left foot, pull your toes back towards you, and then rotate the hip out, and then exhale. Now you can come and bring your hands together, and we could go. Yes, excellent work there. Everyone's got a different sort of style. For 3, for 2, for 1. Inhaling, foot comes back up and down. Right, we can shake out the other. Really working on the balance here and our micro muscles in our ankles. All right, you know where we're going now for the other side. Setting our feet and hands. Inhaling as the leg comes up. 3, 2, 1, rotate And then exhale as we bring our foot down or rest it on the leg wherever you need. Beautiful work. Concentrating on a spot in the distance for 3, 2, 1. Inhaling, bringing the foot back up and then down. Beautiful work. Cool. We'll add to this a little bit. Okay, let's add another little move. Yeah, it did, didn't it? So right foot, or no, your left foot, is my right foot, the one that's going to move. Inhaling to set. Exhaling. Inhale. As we place the weight on the other foot, bring the toes up. Now pull them towards you. That's called flexing the foot. Exhaling as we rotate around. And then placing it on the leg anywhere that feels comfortable for your balance. Excellent work. So it could be down. You could have your hand up. From here, excellent work. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling, bringing the foot back up. Maybe you might want to get your hand now and pull your knee up a little bit as we balance. Just to give yourself a bit of a massage, pull your toes up and then down. Wobbles are really good, all right? That's telling us we can feel the balance in our feet. All right, okay, here we go. One more on the left-hand side now. Your right hand foot, mountain pose. Excellent work, everyone. Inhaling, hand comes up, pull the toes back, flexing the foot. Gaze goes, or dristi, goes to somewhere in the distance or a focal point. 2, 1, exhaling, rotate your hip out, yes. And then go terra firma on the leg with your balance. Oh, nice one. Excellent work there, Lindsay. Yes, excellent work, Claire. Kelly. Yes, yes. 3, 2, 1, inhaling. And then maybe we might want to pull our knee up towards us. All right, wind release pose. All right, and then foot down. Beautiful work. All right, let's make our way down to the ground again. So let's do this in yogi style. Coming to the front of the mat, inhaling. Looking at our hands, and then exhaling as we hinge at the hips, bending our knees, sink belly to thighs. Head's the last thing to go. All right, yes and no's. Perhaps you might want to, while your belly's on your thighs, hold on to each shoulder, elbow. Grab hold of your elbow and let your body weight do all the work. Perhaps you might want to do some rotations or some swings from side to side, just to loosen up a little bit. And then from here, come to stillness. Place the hands down. And then we're stepping back into our push-up position. Yep, hands down, or you could step into our push-ups, yes. One at a time, yep, that's all right. We could be on our knees, or we could be on our, so push up, butt down a little bit, Claire. Right, push up, yes, excellent work. Right, for 3, for 2, for 1. You can choose when we lower, to lower as a push-up, or to go knees, chest, chin, whichever one works for you. Inhaling, weight goes forward. Exhaling as we come down, knees, chest, chin, or lowering from here. Excellent work. Place your hands over each other in our crocodile for a moment. For 2 breaths. Excellent work. All right, from here, your left hand now is the one that's going to come out in a T. So we're placing our left hand in a T. Excellent work. You can place your forehead down. Right hand now is going to go next to your body. Next to your body here. Right, we're placing it by our chin. Kelly, hands. There we go, yes. From here, lifting our right foot. We're just bending it up and down like we're sort of kicking. From here with it up, now we're just pushing away with our supporting hand. And then hand back in. We're going on the other side now. Sorry, I just got a bit of grass in my nose. All right. Left hand is supporting. Right hand comes out in a T. Left foot comes up. Inhale to set. And then exhaling as we push our supporting hand away and then bring our leg over. It could touch the ground. Right? We don't need to lift our head up. We're looking to the side. Or your leg can be up, letting the body, letting gravity do the work. Stretching out the lower back, opening up our chest and hips. For 2 breaths. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhale to come back now. Beautiful work, everyone. Let's make our way to our backs. Make your way to your back. Probably have your head up towards the high end of the ground so you don't get a rush of blood to the head. So turn your head up that way and come onto the back. Beautiful. Excellent. From here, we're laying on our back. Bringing our feet up towards us, close to our butt. Or you might be able to, with lying down, is you might be able to bring your heels back towards where you might be able to touch them with your hands. Placing our hands down, yes. Our knees are hip width apart. Toes are facing forward. Allow your shoulders to get heavy. You could close down your eyes. Don't forget to breathe. So from here, we're going to be lifting our hips up. So inhaling. And then exhaling as we lift our hips up any height that we need. Pushing the hips up to our bridge pose. Yes. Making sure that we pull in our belly button and push our hips up. Pushing away the ground with our heels. Inhaling again and then coming down 1 vertebrae at a time, rolling our hips. Loosen off. Inhale to set. The nose and then exhaling as we exhale and then push against our heels to lift our hips up. Coming into bridge pose for 2 full breaths. Inhaling, exhaling and coming down. From here now, spread your legs out. You could actually, spread your legs out. We could stretch our legs out. Excellent. We're going to be giving our right knee a hug. Bring it up. Allowing your back and your shoulders and your head to relax. We're bringing up the knee and then perhaps we're going to make small circles. Wind release pose. Massaging our tummy. Circles the other way. Perhaps noticing that lubrication in the hip socket as well. Coming to stillness and then switching sides. Don't forget to breathe as we start to move to closing out our session. Rotating one way. Exhaling the other way. Coming to stillness now and then exhaling. As we then come to our final resting pose, you could close down your eyes. Let's take 1 collective breath in now. And then exhale. Allow your body to get heavy. Amazing work. All right. All the hard work's done now. Final resting pose, the most important pose of the whole session. So that's nearly there. I'm going to play a song by a good friend of ours that's released it to be in our Shavasana. You go internal again. Take your gaze to the tip of your nose. Allow your shoulders to get heavy. Perhaps taking note of what you can hear. Renewal is an ongoing process. Every breath you take is a chance to reset. Every step you take off the mat is an opportunity to choose something different. You don't have to wait for the perfect moment to start fresh. You've already started. Now carry that mindset forward and step out of here lighter, sharper, and ready to take on what's next. As you come back into your body, wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers, perhaps stretch overhead in a final, or our first waking stretch. Perhaps you might want to give yourself a hug with your knees. Before rolling onto your preferred side and meeting us with your eyes closed in easy seat. Alright, so let's close down our eyes now. It's okay to be still on your side, that's okay. As we close off our practice, bring our hands together in prayer. You can then bring your thumbs to between your eyes to clarify thought. Bring your thumbs to your lips to clarify speech. What we say internally and externally is so very important, especially when it comes to letting things go. And then taking our hands down to between our heart center, between our chest, to clarify intent and today's theme. Thank you for allowing me to guide you through your practice today. Hope it serves for a great start to the weekend. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. Oh, we've got Javi girl. You practiced for the whole time, didn't you, Javi?